So tonight's midnight musing is all about play and playfulness, and this came out of a conversation I was having this morning with Jamie Sarah of Definitely, and she's a global success coach. She's a hypnotherapist. She's got a background in psychology. Really interesting, fascinating lady, marketeer, entrepreneur, works with all sorts of CEOs, helping them resolve money blocks and taking their businesses to new unprecedented levels of results, etc., right? And we got talking about flow states, and I've spoken here before about flow states, and we got into some really interesting conversations about play and playfulness. And this is one of the topics I think that's probably one of the most important things for any endeavor in life is being playful, having a playful spirit, having a playful way of being, having a playful attitude to stuff. And it doesn't mean being inappropriate. It doesn't mean not being able to be emotionally sensitive when there is something that needs to be dealt with with a serious manner or a serious tone. But even in the depths of despair or in the most extreme of human circumstances, there can always be a kind of flirtatiousness and a playfulness with challenging situations. Now that's something to meditate on and actually bring into a practice, particularly when circumstances are very difficult. And playfulness is it's not about silliness, and it's not about childishness, and it's not about being insensitive or just being irritating or that. And that kind of energy can come out of the idea of playfulness, but it's really being free and free-spirited in what it is that we're doing. Now, in business, in creativity, in designing, we know how essential playfulness is. We know as designers, as architects, how, when I was a student and when I've worked with students before, that it's so easy to get consumed with the seriousness of it. It's so easy to get consumed with like a concern or a worry about grades and the final outcome and what people are going to think and what does this mean for the rest of my life and how is this going to occur, etc. And that limits playfulness and it stifles creativity, and we're not able to make the kind of connections across disciplines and across ideas without playfulness. Playfulness is really inventive, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful, like when you interact with children. I love watching little William, my nephew, just run around and play with stuff. Like, this is the curiosity. There's an ease about things. There's a creativity. This is the thing, it's creative. Playfulness is really creative. And being able to cultivate it on a daily basis and being able to bring the quality of playfulness into our designs, and then when we're thinking about business and our interactions with people, and again, it's in the context of being appropriate. But you'd be surprised how appropriate playfulness is in most situations. I have seen some of the most profound teachings I've ever come across have been, say, particularly in the monastic environment, when perhaps a very difficult subject is being spoken about by a monk, perhaps around death, or somebody has died, or there is a very significant event. And with a lot of skillful communication, I've witnessed an element of playfulness being brought into subjects which would normally be cause for a lot of gravitas and seriousness. I've seen this in personal development seminars where very skilled communication leaders are able to work with somebody about deep-rooted psychological past or trauma or things that have happened and bring back a sense of playfulness around who they're being with regards to the meaning that's been invented around significant events. So playfulness, it's a really, really powerful topic. It's really interesting, and it's something that we can all cultivate in this incredibly playful video that I've just done.